Okay. Let's also please stand for the pledge of allegiance as we start the meeting. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
We'll call the meeting of July 23rd to order. First order of business is mission statement.
I'd like to have Chris Pierce please read the mission, vision, core values for that week.
All right, the mission statement for Johnson County Schools is the ultimate educational experience for every child, every day. The vision that we have is an innovative school district focused on learning without boundaries. And our school district's core values are integrity, leadership, commitment, and service.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. As we have been doing the last several months, all year actually, we begin our meeting with the giving out of the Golden Eagle Awards. As you know, each month we give one classified person, one certified person, these awards for going above and beyond the call of duty. A couple special things about the awards. The people who are getting those will get a certificate along with a Golden Eagle, and the Golden Eagle was actually made by our STEM group at Johnson Central High School, cut out from a 3D printer and painted by our art department and Miss Debbie Master. They are sponsored by Castle's Jewelry Gifts each month, so those gifts do make it a little bit more special, in my opinion. Tonight's classified person is a bus driver for Johnson County Schools, and he exemplifies what a bus driver should aspire to be. He is selfless and always puts the needs of others before his own. In the nomination form that was received on this person, a situation was described that required this person to make a decision, and he made the decision, as he always does, based on what he would want to happen if it was his own child. In the nomination form, Ernest Hemingway was quoted as saying, "Courage is grace under pressure." And then the person who nominated, who made the nomination went on to say that this month's Golden Eagle winner is a manifestation of the true meaning of that quote. This person is an extraordinary man, father, and grandfather, and he's also a 1978 graduate of Johnson Central High School. We all need examples to look up to, and this month's Golden Eagle Award winner, in my case, is certainly a person who is a wonderful role model. Caught you off guard. It's okay to like Christmas time and just Thank you for your service. The certified person, the Golden Eagle winner tonight, this award was earned by a great person. This person has worked his way up through the school system throughout the years. He's an excellent father, husband, son, brother. He's also been a janitor, coach, an aide, a Family Resource Center director, teacher, principal, and a friend to everyone that has the pleasure of knowing him. Everyone that he encounters, he treats with fairness and compassion. He goes above and beyond daily to help others. He works long hours to provide the best environment to the staff and students. We're very blessed at both Flat Gap Elementary and Johnson County Schools to work with such a wonderful principal and person. This month's certified Golden Eagle Award winner, Chris Pierce. Good, get back here.
Congratulations, Mr. Stevens.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Again, thanks to both of you for your service to Johnson County Schools.
two got it with us right? Good. Next, we'll go ahead and ask for a motion to approve the minutes from June 25th, 2018 regular meeting, and for the bills and payroll for July 19, 2018. Is there a motion to do so? Motion's made. Is there a second? Second. Motion's made and seconded. Any discussion? If there'll be none, we'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 5, renovation report, Mr. Adams.
I have with me tonight Trevor Combs and Jerry Hammock from CMPA. And before we group A and B together, both of them go to the same deal basically for the guaranteed energy savings contract, I'd like to give the floor over to Trevor. He has a small presentation he'd like to do for you guys tonight to kind of update you on where we're at with this project and show you where we come from and where we went to.
All right, so this renovation report is essentially the end of construction. So we have reached substantial construction, the 10-month construction period. Well, we have some small controls items and commissioning items that we'll be continuing to work with Tim on. At this point, we're substantially complete. So what I did is I wanted to show you all kind of exactly what you got and where we're at savings-wise as well. So this is the initial presentation we gave you. This is what our promise to Johnson County was, is that we would remove the dependency on coal, replace those boilers, put walls in Central Elementary, bathroom upgrades at Johnson County Middle, along with additional energy maintenance, lighting, some plumbing upgrades as well. These are the original coal boilers at 2 of the schools. You now have redundant pairs of boilers that operate off natural gas or propane at each school, high efficiency condensing boilers that help the schools save as much natural gas and propane as possible. This is a picture of the walls of Central Elementary prior to us coming on site. Here's a picture of the existing new LEDs, ceiling grid, and you can see the walls in the background that is now zoned off into 4 classrooms in each pod. These are some pictures of the Johnson County Middle School bathrooms. These are some post-renovation pictures as well. Hopefully you all have had a chance to get out there and take a look at them. I think it turned out pretty well. I'm very pleased with the results. We proposed LED lighting across the district. These are pictures of the current gymnasiums with the new high bay LEDs. We have some pictures of cafeterias and classrooms across the district with the new LED tube retrofits. The existing controls were Johnson controls. While they were web-based, they were not as functional as the maintenance staff would probably prefer and hard to use. These are some pictures of thermostats on the right side. We proposed web-based controls through Automated Logic, a rep from Lexington. We put new thermostats in each classroom so that they have an accurate temperature reading to base your controls off of. And this is a picture of Johnson Central Elementary, which I'm about to go through in a little bit at the very end of this and kind of show you what the control system looks like briefly. What you're probably most interested in is how much energy we've saved over the last 10 months. So these are the construction period savings. These will be, I would say, the last 2 to 3 months we started seeing savings that were closer to what you will see in the future. Because as the project continued and progressed, we achieved more savings. So you've got close to 1.6 million kilowatt hours, 2,800 kilowatt hours saved, natural gas, 1,900 therms, and 830 gallons worth of water. What that turns into, from a dollar standpoint, is in 10 months we've saved $128,000 worth of utility costs for Johnson County. That, combined with the rebate savings of $125,000, has construction period savings at $248,000. Right below that is the number for the first bond payment, which is coming up in a month, to show that you already have excess of $12,000 above your first bond payment. And that is not taking into account the next month's worth of savings. So I expect to see a number closer to $30,000 or $40,000 of excess savings just in the construction period alone.
You write us a check for the savings?
Yeah, it goes directly. You'll get that check. Are there any questions about that?
Sounds good.
All right. In addition to that, this is that picture I just showed you. So the nice thing about this is that it's web-based. That web address above, you type it in any laptop, iPad, iPhone, you'll be able to see this control system. And as long as you have the right login credentials, you'll be able to use this. So the maintenance staff can use their iPad, they can walk up to the unit, and they can troubleshoot live and affect the unit right on site. So you've got your, at the very front here, you see the whole district, and you can use your tree over here to then see, say, Johnson Central Elementary. And what you see here is in gray, means that the room is unoccupied. So evenings in summer, the rooms are unoccupied set points, which means they're not going to run the units and save a lot of energy. What I did is I turned on area A over here. I turned these units on just to show you what it'll look like. You see here green. Greens mean that you're within the satisfied temperature range. Light blue indicates that it's slightly below and the unit is turned off. Yellow, orange, and red mean that it's warm and the unit is on, driving towards a comfortable set point. So if we go here to yellow, you can see the room. You see that the fan is on. It's been overridden, which means that the teacher in the room has clicked the button and has now asked for the unit in the room to be satisfied even though it's after hours. So this is what the unit level looks like, and the maintenance staff can use this to troubleshoot. And it helps me look at it from afar. I look at the controls daily to make sure that everything's working properly. And you can go up here and you can see properties, and then you can schedule units. There's all sorts of easy functionality, and it's kind of a easy user interface. The learning curve is less compared to most other control systems. So just wanted to show you all what this looked like in case you're curious.
It's been really helpful. We've started, of course, we're going around every school, going room to room, and the guys are carrying their laptop. Roger and Shannon are carrying their laptop. They go into a room and troubleshoot it real quick. And if there's something major, we know right away what it is. And if not, if everything's working properly, we can shut it back to not set back or unoccupied and move right on. So it's been, we've covered several schools already. So they love it. They love it because, again, they can sit right there and look at it on the spot. They don't have to, we don't have to run back to the shop to check the computers to see what's going on. It's all live right there, so it's been really nice for them.
Impressive. I do like it.
I do ask that we combine A and B together, and I do ask that you approve both payments.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So made.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you for that presentation, Trevor.
You're welcome.
Item 6, Mr. Adams.
This is the second reading of the policy updates. If you don't have any questions, I do ask that you approve the policies as written through the Kentucky School Board Association and ourselves. So unless you have any questions, I do ask that you approve those.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the final reading?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7A, Mr. Adams.
We were looking at doing some things in our district facility plan after meeting with KDE and after you guys gave us the motion to do a minor finding. We had an opportunity to come together and meet as a local planning committee. And on July the 16th, we did come up with a finding that we're going to ask the board to approve tonight. And that finding basically is for the district to purchase a piece of property adjoining Central Elementary for the future use of expansion and then to improve and increase student safety. So we are asking you all to go ahead and give us final approval on that. KDE, like I said, we went through KDE. They guided us in the direction we need to go in, and this is what they wanted. So with that, we would ask for your approval for this finding. Second that motion.
Motion is made, second. Any discussion? If there be none, we'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Mr. Cochran.
You have your attachments and an amended school calendar. It was the originally approved 18-19 school calendar in earlier this year. We're asking, after discussion with you, to approve an amended calendar which would grant 2 additional holidays.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So made.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? There'll be none, we'll call for the vote. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Item 7C, Ms. Rice and Ms. Sager.
This is the local preschool agreement and Head Start agreement, and it describes the activities that she and I will both make sure it happens. I just need approval for it.
Thank you.
So moved.
Second? Motion is made and seconded. Any discussion? There'll be none, we'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye. Any opposed, motion carries. Item D, Ms. Rice, Ms. Sager.
This is the operating budget for the Head Start program that we've submitted to the Community Action Program. This is a federal budget. It falls in place beginning November 1st. Just ask for your approval to take the recommendations of this budget.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? There be none, we'll call for a vote. All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7E, Mr. Cochran.
We're asking the board to approve our continued membership for the State School Board Association, KSBA, for the 18-19 year. We've been a partner with them for many years, and they provide many services and are a valuable partner.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? Motion's made and second. Any further discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next, approve school-wide fundraisers. Ms. Halsey, Ms. Butcher, and Mr. Young.
We are asking at Central Elementary for approval to go with Chris Queen and a catalog sales.
Thank you.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Hunter is asking to do a fundraiser with Griffith Farms for the moon sales that they do in the fall.
Very good. Is there a motion to approve? Second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Mr. Young.
W.R. Castle PTO would like to do a fundraiser also with Chris Queens, begin around August 17th.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Be none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 7G, Mr. Cochran.
We're asking the board to approve an agreement between Johnson County Schools and Morehead State University for clinical practice as a memorandum of agreement.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item H, Mr. Crum.
Crumb's not going to be here. He's asking for permission for the football team to go to Charleston for football camp August 2nd to 5th. Band, July 30th to Charleston for the Drum Corps International. And band competition in West Virginia on September 15th, 22nd, 29th, 13th of October. And then additional dates to be announced October 20th, 27th, and November 3rd. And at that time, we will ask the board to approve the updated locations once they are finalized.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7I, Mr. Fairchild.
Yes, we're asking the board to declare two used vehicles as surplus, and it's a 96 Dodge pickup truck and a 2001 S10. They are junk vehicles. We haven't used them in the last 3 years. We need to try to dispose of those.
Thank you. Sir,
We have two scoreboards also. We have the old scoreboard that we took off of Highland Elementary football field, and the two that come out of the gymnasium, we'd like to declare those surplus also.
Are they non-working?
Well, the football is iffy. The ones in the gym did work when they came out, but the one on the football field may or may not. Depends on the weather. Depends on the weather.
anything else? Is there a motion to approve?
No.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7J, Mr. Adams.
We have looked at one of our policies on absences and excuses. We have made some amendments to that. We'd like for this to be the first reading. As you read through that, if you have any questions, please feel free to call and ask, and don't care a bit to help in any way. But this is something we feel like will help our attendance throughout the school year to get our percentages up, get the kids here. So we do ask that you read through that, and this is the first reading, just for information right now. We come back next month, we'd like to approve this if possible.
Thank you.
No action.
Item 7K, Mr. Cochran.
We recently requested bids for new cafeteria furniture and design layout for schools. We only received one bid, but are pleased with the bid's pricing, product quality, and design. We ask the board to approve the bid from the company as presented. Motion to approve.
Second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item, Mr. Cochran.
We have two grants, one being the fruit and vegetable snack program. We're asking permission to apply for the grant, which if we receive it, will provide funding to give all elementary students a fruit or vegetable snack after lunch each day. And then the second grant is the Kentucky Power Economic Growth Grant, and it is a grant designed to help us with the energy management.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve? Second? Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 7M, Ms. Rice.
I'm asking for approval for a memorandum of agreement with Bluegrass Behavioral Health. It's for grades 7 through 12. It will be a behavior classroom for students with behavior and emotional disorders. They'll provide a counselor, and we provide a teacher and an aide in the classroom.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve? Motion made and seconded by Bruce. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Also, there's the superintendent's personnel report, item 9. At this point in time, I'm going to recess into executive session pursuant to KRS 61.810B to discuss future acquisition of real property. Is there a motion to go into recess? Second. Thank you. We're now in executive session. We will resume with action.
We do want to make one reminder for anyone leaving. The next August meeting is scheduled to be at Porter Elementary. That has been changed to the Johnson County Board of Education, and the September meeting will be at Porter Elementary.
Thank you all for attending.